The Wilderness Agility course. Is it worth doing in 2026? The Agility course is located at the deepest wilderness and far west. I would point it out for you, but my editing skills is trash, so this is what you get. To get here, I would recommend using the lever in Edgeville and using your 2 legs to run. According to the OSRS wiki, it prints you close to 2 mil an hour, training one of the worst skills, at least in my opinions, in RuneScape. It drops a lot of good watchables and blighted food and restores for, yeah, if you want to keep doing some other Wildy bosses or something. The course itself is quite short and basic actually. It got a pipe, a rope swing, stepping stones, a big ass log, and some rocks to climb. I actually forgot to record, or forgot. I didn't think of making a video until after my first trip. So this is the first trip I did. When I went to the bank, it got quite good loot actually, 1.8 mil, I think. And if I'm doing this on my Iron Man, if I was doing it on my main, I would probably bring some black D-hide or something, and in case of PKers, it is a pretty popular PKing place because you're kind of defenseless out here. So yeah, 1.8 mil, kind of exactly from my first trip that I did without recording. I will just bank this and then I will get back to it for another one. And to get into to start getting loot from the agility course, you need to deposit 150k raw cash to the ticket there to start getting loot. And it is only after, or you get loot every lap, but after 61 laps, you get the maximum rewards. And it's when you do runs after 60 laps, you get 2 mil an hour. And don't forget to bring the cash, like I was doing here. Yeah, and as I was saying, after the 60 laps, after you complete them inside the course, if you log out, you will lose 10 lap streak. So if you have done 100 laps and you log out inside the course, you will have a 90 lap streak when you log back in. But if you leave the course, it goes down to 0 and you have to pay the fee again. So it's kind of like gambling game actually. If you stay, you get better rewards, but it's also at the risk of PKers. We did a fast forward here, and I jumped into a clip where I have gotten to the 61 lap streak at my second trip. And as you can see, it's quite decent loot. I think I will stay for a bit longer because I haven't really had any encounters with PKers so far. Well, ask and you shall receive. Me and my clan were doing some laps, and a PKer suddenly logged in, but he jumped on another guy who was there, lucky enough. And these skeletons are fucking annoying because you can't really log out when you're hitting them. So I stood here like a dumb fuck actually, until I realized that I could log out. I also forgot to mention that for every lap you complete, you get a ticket, agility ticket, and after you have 101 tickets, and if you redeem them all at the same time with 101 plus, you get a 50% XP boost. I decided I was done here because the clock was reaching 4 p.m. and I'm afraid of PKers, and I really needed the cash on my Iron Man. But this trip gave me 2.2 million, and the first one gave me 1.8. So I got 4 million GP from this 2 trips. I think I spent around 3 hours here. I had 55k experience hour. I would probably get a lot more loot if I had not chickened out, but I really needed the money on this account because my cash stack is at like 11k, but now I got a bunch of good alks, so this was so worth it. So, is Wilderness worth doing in 2026? I would say yes, if you can if you can avoid the peak, what am I saying? If you can avoid the PK peak time, nailed it. Thank you all for watching, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Also forgot that 4 million GP profit was a bit wrong, considering that I had to buy the deposit fees for 300k. So 3.7 million GP is more accurate in my case.